I'm Dr. Kierrah, and welcome to my channel. Today I have a full body stretch that is going to help with flexibility. So we're going to get started in a seated position with your ankles crossed in front of you. Going to place the palms of your hands on top of your knees, making sure that your shoulders are up and down your back, sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes here or take a soft gaze down to the tip of your nose. Feeling very grounded in your seat and bringing ourselves to this present moment. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Connecting to your breath. We're going to start to warm up the body with some neck circles. Bringing your chin down to your chest on an inhale. And on the exhale, dropping your right ear over to your right shoulder. Exhaling all the way around. When you bring your chin down to your chest, inhale again. And exhale as your right ear comes to your right shoulder and your neck goes down, back and around. One more time, inhaling chin to chest and exhale around. Bringing your chin to your chest and exhale, left ear, left shoulder, going around the other side. Going at your own pace. Once you've gone around 3 times, bringing your neck up to a neutral position. If your eyes were still closed, slowly blinking them open. We're going to start warming up our side body with a side stretch. Inhaling your arms up. And on the exhale, drop that right hand down to the right side of your mat and stretch your left arm over to the right side. And for a deeper stretch, you can decide to come down to that right elbow as well. Breathing here. On your next inhale breath, bringing your arms back up. And exhale your left hand down to the left side of your mat, stretching that right arm over to the left side. And again, you can come down on your elbow for a deeper stretch. On your next inhale, bringing your arms up and exhaling them down. We're going to go into a seated forward fold. So bringing your legs out straight in front of you with your toes pointed up to the sky, making sure that your back is up nice and straight. Inhaling your arms up and on the exhale, flowing forward, allowing your fingertips to meet your toes. Maybe they meet the bottoms of your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees, or your thighs. Wherever your hands fall today is just fine. Bowing your head down so that your forehead is in the direction of your knees. Inhale, and on the exhale, see if you can stretch down a little bit further. Again, bowing your head down so that your forehead is going in the same direction as your knees. Feeling the stretch in your low back. Feeling the stretch even in your hamstrings and the backs of your legs. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Remember on the exhale, seeing if you can go down a little deeper. On your next inhale breath, slowly begin to walk your hands up your legs. We're going to transition into a cat-cow on all fours. So coming onto your hands and your knees, making sure that your knees are hip-width distance apart, making sure that you are on the tops of your feet, ensuring that your wrists are the width of your shoulders. And on the inhale, we're going to arch our back up, opening up the chest, taking our gaze up to the sky. And on the exhale, we're going to curl our back up and over, taking our chin down to our chest. We're going to do a couple of rounds here at your own pace, remembering to inhale as you arch up and exhale as you curl under. A couple more at your own pace here. Doing one more round and then coming to a neutral spine. Your back should feel nice and warm. We're going to stay down on all fours and we're going to go into threading the needle. So in that all fours position, inhale your right hand up to the sky and exhale, threading that right hand under the left, coming down, bringing your shoulder down to the mat, bringing your right ear down to the mat. And for an even deeper stretch, you can take that left hand and walk your fingertips out so that that left arm is straight out in front of the mat. Staying here for a few breaths, feeling that stretch in your shoulder and your upper body. If you decided to stretch that left hand out, bringing it back up to eye level and pushing yourself up, bringing that right hand up to the sky again, and exhale, planting it back on the mat. We're going to do that again on the other side. So from that all fours position, inhaling that left arm up and exhale, threading it underneath the right arm, bringing that left shoulder down to the mat, bringing that left ear down to the mat. And again, you can decide to walk that right hand out, walking those fingertips out straight ahead on your mat for a deeper stretch in the shoulder. Staying here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, walking that right hand back up to eye level if you decided to stretch it out. And inhale, pushing up on that right hand, bringing the left hand back up to the sky. And exhale, bringing it back down to the mat. We're going to transition into a pigeon pose right here in this all fours position. We're going to take our right knee and bringing it up to our right wrist and our right ankle up to our left wrist. So crossing that leg in front of you so that, again, your right knee is in alignment with your right hand wrist and your ankle is in alignment with your left wrist. And beginning to slowly extend that left leg back into your pigeon pose. And you can decide to stay right here if this feels good for you. If you're already starting to feel a deep stretch in that right hip, you can decide to stay right here. It's totally fine. Or for a deeper stretch, you can decide to come down onto your forearms. And breathing here. And for an even deeper stretch, you can cross your arms in front of you, putting your palm on top of the other and placing your forehead down on your palm. For an even deeper stretch. So whatever you've decided, we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Remembering to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. You should feel a deep stretch in your right hip. On your next inhale, if you decided to come all the way down to your forehead or even to your forearms, begin to slowly walk yourself up. So to come out of this, we're going to drop this right hip down to the mat, and we're going to swing that left leg in front of us. All right, so now we're gonna go to the opposite side. So coming back up into that all fours position, and this time we're going to bring our left knee up to meet our left wrist and our left ankle up to meet our right wrist. So crossing that leg right in front of you, and then we're gonna take the right leg and slide it back as far as what feels comfortable to you. So now you should start to feel that deep stretch on the left hip. So again, you can stay up here if this feels good for you. That is totally fine. This is a very deep stretch enough right here. Or you can again decide to come down to the forearms. Breathing here. Breathing into that left hip. Or again, you can stack your palms on top of each other and bring your forehead down to the top of your hand. Sending your breath to that left hip. Feeling it expand, feeling it open, feeling it stretch. Sending your oxygen to that tight space so that it can expand. A few more breaths here. On the next inhale, if you were down on your forehead or on your forearms, begin to walk yourself up. And just like we did the other side, we're gonna drop this left hip down to the ground. There we go. And swing that right leg around. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna transition into a child's pose. So coming again back onto all fours. Bringing your knees, let's actually bring our knees wide. Let's bring our knees the width of the mat, bringing our big toes to touch. Inhale here, and on the exhale, we're gonna guide our hips down to the heels of our feet. And you can stay right here, again, if this feels good for you. Or I invite you to inhale, and on the exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you, gently guiding your forehead down to the mat. And we're gonna stay in child's pose for a couple of breaths, feeling a deep stretch in your arms, in your shoulders, in your back, in your hips, even in your inner thighs. Remembering to breathe in in through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale breath, begin to slowly walk your hands back up to meet your knees. We're going to go into a supine twist, so twisting out and stretching out our low back. So coming on to your back, taking your time, moving gently, bringing your knees up almost like how we were in that tabletop, but this time on our back. So with your toes going up to the sky or the ceiling, putting your arms in a goal post, or they can be out straight to the side like a T. Making sure that you're flat on your back. Inhale here. And on the exhale, gently drop your knees over to your right. And take your gaze over to your left. And for a deeper stretch, you can place your right hand on top of your left knee, gently guiding your knees down to the ground. Sending your breath to your low back, feeling that deep stretch. On your next inhale breath, we're going to bring our knees back up to the center and exhale, dropping them over to the left, taking your gaze over to the right. And again, you can take your left hand and place it on top of your right knee, gently guiding your knees down to the ground. Breathing into that low back. Couple more breaths here. On your next inhale breath, bringing your knees up to the center. And exhale, drop your feet down and turn your palms up for Savasana. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Thanking yourself for loving on your body, giving yourself a very deep, full body stretch to improve your flexibility. You can decide to close your eyes or take a gentle gaze down to the tip of your nose. And just utilizing this moment to connect with self, to connect to your breath, to connect to this present moment. On your next inhale breath, bringing your feet to the mat so that your knees are pointing up to the sky or ceiling. Gently blinking your eyes open if they were closed. And we're gonna come up to a seated position, dropping your knees over to either the left or the right, and pushing yourself upward. Coming back to a seated position. I hope you are feeling loose. I hope you were able to release some tight areas. Feel free to repeat this daily to really improve on your flexibility. I know for me, I'm really feeling it right now in my hips. So I hope you again feel nice and stretched out, full body, and that this helps you to truly improve your flexibility. I thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you at the next session.
If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. Be sure to turn on your bell notification so that you're notified of the next video.